Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bravo stream here at the MLG AW Open. My name is Jack Courage Dunlop, and I'm joined here by the legend himself, Duff Man, the man with the best hair in the venue. I'm excited to be casting together, man.
I'm excited too, man. This is not a good thing because they did not put broadcaster mode on, I don't think.
That is definitely not fun, but we are on Solar Hardpoint here. I'm just hopping onto the Sentinel team.
Let's just do it.
We'll just go for it. So
just gonna go for it here, guys. We're gonna actually jumping on board with MLG events. This person, that person, and this person. We're actually starting off on the side of CLS, Lucky Strike here, and this is a team that has potential to do some amazing things. I think they're actually gonna restart this lobby.
Yes, they are. They just had one person back out, so got to get some things set up.
Good, because I need broadcaster mode.
No big deal. We definitely want to have that broadcaster mode, a great feature to have here from Sledgehammer. So I'm excited for this match, though. As you can see, we had some battles in that game. Not a surprise, but
not a surprise at all.
I think FaZe is going to come out hot. I know Aches doesn't want to lose. It should be interesting to see how this happens here.
Well, they should be restarting the lobby, and I will be able to join it and put broadcaster mode on, and then we'll jump into it. But this squad, Lucky Strike, I saw them play in the 2K on Saturday of last week, and they surprised a lot of people. I think they were playing, maybe it was Team Caliber or something in like round 4, late rounds, maybe even semis. And, I mean, they're just an impressive squad. They've got the veteran experience of Stainville. They got the young, raw talent of, like, Realize and Gucci. This is a team that has potential to do some pretty big things, and it's just a matter of time, I think, at least with this event, before we start to see this squad kind of emerge. It really just starts with this first series against FaZe.
Yeah, if they win this first game, I think they'll have the best shot that they can have for winning the series up against them. Momentum's so important here in these early matches. We just saw two huge teams lose matches that would be considered upsets in Optic Gaming and Envious, so that could very well happen here with FaZe. And FaZe heard about that match that just happened, and they're going, guys, we cannot start off slow. We do not want to lose game 1 because Search and Destroy can really go either way. People are still learning this game. Many people are unsure of what's best to use here. I've heard people using hover in certain situations. I've heard people say hover's the worst thing in the world, so we'll really see who comes out of this match hot. I do expect it to be FaZe, though.
Good news is that's why they ended the game. We thought it was going to be on a different map. They put it on Solar, but it actually is supposed to be Retreat to begin this best-of-5 series. Hardpoint Retreat, S&D on Terrace, Capture the Flag on Biolab, Upleak on Detroit. Can't wait to see that one. And Search and Destroy on Riot. Now, taking a look at these maps, and we take a look at both of these teams, how do you think this series is going to go? And then I want map counts.
Map count.
I want map counts.
I'm going to give it 3-1 FaZe.
Wow.
I'm going to think that they're going to come into uplink, and they're going to wind up losing the S&D, but I think they're going to wind up dominating in the respawns. I think Aches is going to be leading this squad, but I'm excited to say that we're getting into this first game here. Retreat Hardpoint. We have the right map, guys. We got broadcaster mode. This should be a great matchup. I want to hop on board with FaZe right away. I want to see how Aches starts this one.
You see this, FaZe?
That's how.
You just said 3-1 FaZe.
Is that your salty face?
I think it's going to be a little closer.
All right.
I think it's going to be a little closer.
We'll
I think
see
FaZe
here.
is going to have their work cut out for them after an early lead. Take a look at your map here on Retreat. Lots going on. We're going to see exactly how this one begins. Obviously, the first hill will be in the middle next to the pool building, opposite of what you see on your screen right now. Just through the door and out in the middle. Let's find out exactly who's able to break the hill first. Your Sentinel squad will be the team of FaZe. Atlas will be CLS.
Yeah, right now we're watching here as they're fighting outside this pool room. Can this player pick up one? MLG Events 4 is going to be Saint fighting down there against the FaZe player. Still not able to kill him. A long gunfight there. Finally taking him out. FaZe, though, already keeping control of this hill. As you can see, Sentinel squad, which is FaZe, up 17-0 already, but now CLS answering back.
They got control. You see Saint eat a nice EMP there. He's starting off 3-0, jumps out into a cluster of FaZe players. Switching on over to Realize. Realize kind of, I would say, fell off in Call of Duty Ghosts, but he wasn't as big a name as he was kind of in Black Ops 2 when he started to emerge and build this brand for himself. I don't think he just liked the game, but he has opportunity with this squad to do some big things with Advanced Warfare. Right now, he's starting off pretty okay.
Yeah, 5-2 right there for him. They're going to be rotating here to this new Turtle Hill already, though. The Sentinel squad up 40 points. Looking good here as he gets taken out there in the hill. 4 straight kills from this FaZe lineup. That's what you want to see when breaking the hill. You know, something that we mentioned, Ghosts, not having hardpoint. We might go back to Black Ops 2. You see teams rotate 20, even 30 seconds prior if the team has a great setup. Here in Advanced Warfare, you know, you can break the hill so quickly with how fast the movement is, and we saw that here from FaZe. Now holding down this hill up by 55 seconds. My prediction is looking pretty good right here, Duff.
Actually, you're absolutely right. It's going to be, of course, Sensor. Doug Martin in your hill. He's 6-2. Great start for him. Gonna get caught from behind. That was going to be realized to clean him up. Hill's going to be neutral. But leave it up to this guy. That's going to be Apathy. He's going to make some cause some problems here in the final seconds of this hill. He should be rotating here momentarily. And you're going to see an early rotation, but not a great start at all for this Lucky Strike team, despite the fact that Saints started off 9-5, 1-8 is the begin here for Stainville, the veteran. Yeah,
definitely not what you want to see out of him. Now you're going to see both teams trying to fight for this back rock area, so you keep spawning near to this hill. There you have a nice 2-piece there, picking one up, staying alive in the hill, finally gets taken out. Still contested though, as both teams are just flooding in here. Finally, the FaZe lineup takes control over with 3. Everyone on FaZe positive right now. If you're playing hardpoint, if you're a fan of FaZe, you want to see them slaying this hard.
Absolutely. Absolutely on your screen. It's going to be contested. 3 players break the hill for CLS. They've got to hold on to the time. Unfortunately, they do not. Finally, they actually are able to before Realize gets taken out. 3 players compiling in from FaZe, and the one I want to watch, the guy I want to see, is going to be your boy Ace. He's going to be MLG Event 7. He's on your screen right now. 15-6 is the start for Mr. Pat Price, and what an incredible start right behind him. MLG Events 5. That's going to be Slasher, who, you know, a name that wasn't necessarily known in the households, but still very known amongst all the pros, is a great addition to this squad. The slaying ability is what FaZe was kind of lacking with the addition of Slasher. Him and Aches can absolutely slay. Apathy can support Doug. He'll play that objective role in every game type. Right now, though, this is starting to get out of hand, Jack. 103-25. FaZe is just demolishing.
Yeah, this is exactly what you wanted to see out of FaZe start up this map 1. They knew how the other teams came out slow here in pool play. FaZe said, no, we are treating you guys like it is a championship match here. Up by almost 100 points, and we aren't even through the first cycle of hills. Ake still sitting at 17-8 now, controlling this hill at +10, making sure he does whatever he needs there, ripping someone else in half there. Now we're going to start seeing the teams move towards this final hill here, up in top lobby. Both teams already getting near towards control of it.
Oh, yeah. Look at the early
FaZe
setup.
up by 100 seconds already. That is just a disgusting lead to have here without even getting through the first cycle.
We'll switch on over to CLS. The early rotation, they were just like, all right, we cannot do that hill anymore.
Yeah.
Let's rotate. Let's just try to break this one. Let's try to hold on to this one. This hill, I think of all the hills here, is the hardest to break on retreat. And the reason why is just because there's so few access points just to get into the top of the hill. You either got to go upstairs on one of the 2 ways. You got an exo ability up here, and all you got to do is have a guy up top, have the rest of the teammates floating around. Usually the guy in the hill, so you get able to just clean up piles of kills. As we just saw there for a moment, that was Gucci up in there. And already broken. It's going to be FaZe jumping into it. Take a look at Doug. He's going to be on your screen. Sensor, 11-12. 5 captures, leading the team in captures, rotations, and the breaking of the hills. He's able to get in there, and now the team is still up by 100 points.
Yeah, as you can see here, all the teams are fighting for those back stairs. A nice 2-piece there from MLG Events 5, which would be Slasher, the new pickup for this FaZe team. You know, made a great name for himself there at the Season 3 championships. Now fitting into this FaZe squad extremely well, showing very good prowess online. Now transferring that over to LAN. But when you have a veteran like Aches, who's won, I think, the most LAN championships, if I'm not mistaken, in Call of Duty. See, there you go. He is leading this squad right now at 25-12, sitting in this pool room, holding it down, watching both stairs, ripping people in half. Finally gets taken out there, but FaZe up by 110 seconds with only 4.5 minutes left.
That pool room is such an important part of this first hill, and usually whoever gains control of that room has control of the hill. We're going to see on your screen Sensor. He's going to be in the hill. He's going to be in the pool room, and floating into the hill to rotate in. Gonna get taken out though with that extra ability as soon as he climbs in. Now we'll switch on back over to Aches. 27-14. I fully expect him to drop at least 35 kills.
Aches is going off. Meanwhile, on the other hand, you have someone who's doing the complete opposite of going off. He might just have his controller off as Stainville is sitting at 6.
I'm telling him you said that.
No, please don't. I can't burn any bridges.
New guy.
Stainville sitting at 6 and 26. Guys, Stain, I think he just needs to wake up here. You know, the Call of Duty veteran just not showing up here very well in game 1. Gets missing some shots there, getting an assist though. 7 and 26. He's almost negative ×4. Is that even a thing? I don't even know what that is. Apparently it is.
The veteran, the godfather of Call of Duty. At least for now, it used to be him and Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo, plays golf now. Stainville struggling, and there was something that he played well online. I will say that. He played very well online in these past 10Ks, 2Ks, 5Ks. He played very well for the squad. Obviously, that's why Lucky Strike was doing so good and getting in those top 8 placements. But right now, this is a very fast-paced game, okay? Very fast-paced. He is the master rotation. He is the fastest person, I think, when I think of figuring out a game, figuring out the meta part of the game. Spawns, rotations. For respawn games like this, he is the godfather. He understands it, and he learns it quicker, and he's able to teach that quicker. Right now, though, he's struggling just with his gun skill. Yeah,
second closest to him in kills is 20 from the player on the opposing team, so struggling to say the least, as he's not even in the double digits yet. But, you know, the guy from CLS that's leading the team right now is Saint. Brian, who has seen a lot of troubles with teams in the past where he doesn't, whether a good job or just winds up not being on the team for too long, kind of getting dropped there in different situations, but it just really hurt him, especially through the Ghost era. I know the Reddit community has always backed him as he's very active on those forums. There, Aches gets taken out as he's sitting at 33 and 22 though, as FaZe holding on to an 80-second lead, and there's only 2 minutes left. Unless they completely shut down here, I see FaZe taking map 1.
Slasher and Aches just competing for that top spot to slay. 34 and 30 is Slasher. 34 and 22. Again,
pretty
34 and 23 is Aches. Is both these guys. We talk about the raw slaying ability of FaZe. These two guys, one's not going off, the other one is. And that's an important thing to have, especially with Aches. He kind of needs that duo. When he was on EG, he had Krim kind of do that for him. And whatever teammate they have. When it was Glacier, Clay would do the same thing. When it was Karma, he would do the same thing. Dito, he provided a lot of slaying support for Call of Duty Ghosts as well for that team and did. But he has that in Flash, and that's important for this FaZe lineup. A minute 30 remains though, Jack. 208 to 127.
It's almost mathematically over here.
I mean, it's not yet, but I just don't see it happening. With the pace of the game, the way this has gone, FaZe is going to lock this up.
Yeah, and I think the thing to mention about this FaZe lineup, too, is we've been given Slasher and Aches so much hype, but Apathy, one of the best players in the game, also on this squad. You know, if Censor's running that objective, and Slasher, Aches, and Apathy are all playing to the skill level that they can play to, this FaZe lineup is going to be a team to be reckoned with. They are going to be extremely good in Advanced Warfare, as we see here, winning this first game by over 100 points. The game is completely over now, as only 50 seconds remain. You know, FaZe is going to be gunning for that 250 here, as they're going to take map 1 up against the CLS squad. Great start off from this FaZe lineup.
Beautiful start. Of course, again, we see this we saw this last time the Hill was here. Early rotation out of CLS.
Yeah.
Got to stay in it. It's going to be contested and broken so easily by FaZe, as Slasher is the first to hit 40. Or didn't he hit 40 first?
No,
Aches is at 41.
Beating him out.
80
Look at the kill feed. Look at the kill feed. Oh my gosh.
Almost about 140 kills for FaZe combined.
You know, is Advanced Warfare a fast-paced game? I don't know.
Gee, I don't know.
140 kills is a lot for one team, but guys,
high
there you
fives
have
all
it.
around. Look at the guys on FaZe.
Getting 250 points there, winning that game 1. Nice start from them. As you can see, they're getting hyped over there. That's exactly what you want to see out of them in game 1 now. Duff. We're going to be going into match 2 here, Search and Destroy. What are your predictions coming out of game 2?
S&D on Terrace. Yikes. That map is so, there's so many levels to that map, obviously. I mean, there's so many different approaches. There's so many different strategies. I'm interested to see exactly how it's going to go, but I think that, especially with how poorly Stainville performed, I think that's going to be tough for the CLS team to kind of just shake off that map. And at this level, that's what you got to do. Short memory, be a goldfish, forget what just happened, and climb into this S&D, because FaZe is a very talented S&D squad.
Yep, they definitely are. So, guys, we're going to be going to game 2 here shortly. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, though. Be sure to stay tuned as we have FaZe versus CLS. Search and Destroy on Terrace coming up.